Traffic in Denver could soon see a slowdown on hundreds of streets at once. The people asking for this hope that drivers will forgive the inconvenience that might allow more of our neighbors to not die. Here's Mark Salinger.
Because right now I have no idea if somebody's going to come around that corner.
Jamie Lewis knows the dangers of traveling down the street in his wheelchair. He faces them every day.
I usually don't go out throughout the week without having a close call.
That orange sweatshirt is more than fashion. He wears bright clothes so people will see him as he thinks about all the recent pedestrian deaths and close calls while he waits to cross the street.
It heightens my safety conscience. When I get to an intersection, I make sure I get eye contact with the drivers because I never know what they're going to do.
Jamie works with the Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, fighting for safer streets. The uptick in pedestrian deaths and hit-and-run crashes weighs heavy on him.
People usually don't pay attention until it happens to a family member or somebody close to them, and then all of a sudden it becomes relevant.
Now he hopes a small change he's fought for could soon make a big impact in Denver.
We are calling on the city to reduce the default speed limit from 25 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour.
Denver City Council is expected to soon vote on an ordinance that would lower the default speed limit on all streets in the city. That would impact all the smaller neighborhood streets where there's no speed limit sign posted and the default speed limit is 25.
City Council could change it very quickly through a simple legislation.
Jill Locantore with the Denver Streets Partnership has been fighting to lower the speed limit for years. As pedestrian deaths trend upward after the pandemic, she says change may finally be coming.
Speed is one of the biggest factors that contributes to whether a crash happens in the first place and the severity of the crash.
A 5-mile-an-hour difference that they say could save lives.
If a car and a pedestrian is in an accident, the car is always going to win.
I spoke with Denver City Councilman Paul Cashman. He says he plans to introduce the ordinance in the next couple of weeks. Advocates for the change say lowering that speed limit by even just 5 miles an hour greatly increases pedestrians' chances for survival, Kyle, if they get hit by a car that 20 mile an hour compared to 25, or if they're going a little bit faster, 30, that makes a big impact.
Cashman thinks he's got the votes to pass it.
He does.
Yeah. And now, again, this is side streets, all those unmarked residential streets. This is not Federal or Colfax or Sheridan.
Every street has a speed limit regardless of if you see a speed limit sign posted there. So you'll see that drop go down on those side streets, and they'll put up new signs that say 20 mile an hour, but you won't see that on like Broadway, Colfax. That isn't affected by this.
Thinking about neighbors having to wear hunter orange just to get around safely on the streets is pretty wild. Thank you, Mark.